Good morning. Back in June, immediately after the shooting at Mother Emanuel Church in Charleston, we began a dialogue here at Billy's direction about gun violence and how that affects us in our country and as well in our local community. And we have been recognizing our local Savannians who we have lost to gun violence with placement of orange ribbons on the fence. And we also remember them by reading their names. And I hope that this is doing for all of us what it's definitely doing for me, which is making me more aware and making it harder to just sort of brush this off and not think about this issue because it didn't happen in my family or because it didn't happen in my neighborhood. But it is very much happening in our community, and sadly it's continuing unabated since we started this. I think the longest we've gone has been about 2 weeks without losing someone to gun violence in the last 2 months. And when I spoke to y'all in early July about this, I talked generally about the problem and some of the things that we're doing on a policy level, nationally and locally. We talked about accidents and keeping children safe, but it's a big, complicated problem. And one thing we didn't really talk much about is the kind of gun violence that we deal with a lot in Savannah, which disproportionately affects poor neighborhoods and neighborhoods of color. And that is very much what we have seen in the last 2 months. And I want to talk a little bit about that more local issue. On Monday night, I don't know if any of you were there, but there's a group in Savannah called Emergent Savannah. You can follow them on Facebook. And they are dedicated basically to making this beautiful city that we all love better. And violence generally, crime generally is on all of our minds, I think. And they had a panel called Emergent Savannah Presents Gun Violence. It's not so black and white. You can go to their Facebook page and you can watch some footage. There were some great panelists and 2 women who just really impressed me. One started a group called Solidarity in Savannah, and one started a group called Savannah Youth City, and they're doing some incredible work, so please check them out. And if you want to get involved with what they are doing, I know they would welcome the help. So I just ask that we all continue to be aware of this and continue to think about the families in particular who are being affected by this. Another new one joined this club that no one wants to join this week. And with that, I want to remember Marshall Powers, age 45, who died August 13, 2015.